Hello everyone, hello! I'm Trooper SJP and this is the Academic Foxhole. Hi everybody, how are you doing? My tag on my t-shirt is sticking out. You can't see it, but I can feel it. That's inappropriate. Hi everybody! Hey Falcon of Venom, and Barontor, and Origami Shuriken, and Rissa, how are y'all doing? What's new? What's exciting? What's happening? Hey everybody, hi. I am super scruffy today. I know it. I need to shave. You can tell I'm just all scruffy. But I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm doing it tomorrow. It's what I'm doing. You know how it is when you're just like, I've gotta like shave my head and I've gotta shave my face. Not all of you know how that is, but some of you know how that is. And I was just like, I'm not doing it today. Today I'm doing other things. How are you? What are you all doing? It's Saturday. Falcon says, I got a job and I'm still wondering what system I want to use. What job? That sounds exciting, and congratulations on getting the job. That's great. Is it a good job? Are you going to take it? Are you excited? Give us the word. Origami's just chilling before work. Origami, what work are you doing? Hello, Javai. Hello. I shave once a week on Thursdays. Krellin, I shave. It's unclear. I don't think I have I don't shave every day because I don't usually need, I could shave every day, but I don't shave every day because I'm not necessarily going out in the world every day, so I don't worry about it. But I try to shave, because here's the thing. Rissa, I'm seeing me refresh. Oh, that's true. Right. You're a massage. I knew that, Origami Shuriken. I knew that. Origami Shuriken was my roommate at Gen Con, and an excellent roommate at that. Barontos, I'm a hairy human, so I shave every day. I see, the thing is, I could shave every day, but I don't always shave every day. But if I go too long, which I have already done, so just so you know, I've let it go too long. The problem with me is that my hairs are not straight, so they can kind of curl back in. So I don't shave regularly enough. If it gets like, basically, you know how some people have that awkward phase between short and long? For me, that awkward phase involves the hair going back into my flesh and giving me razor bumps. So like, if I either need to have a full beard, so then my skin is fine, or keep it shaved, so then it's fine. But when it gets when it's a little bit longer than stubble, like just a little bit past stubble, then it actually irritates my skin. And I'm at that point right now where my skin is irritated because it's in that moment where it's beyond stubble, but it's not long enough to sort of like leave. Like, so right now, I've got I've got a little irritation, and so I just need to shave, and I need to shave tomorrow. That's what I got. Falcon of Venom has a short-term contract being a proctor at a new charter school. Oh, that sounds fun. Javai says, I don't really shave. I just tend to trim my beard when it gets a bit too much. Right, and like, I will shave the upper cheeks, the upper part of my mustache, these little parts here, the neck. Like, I shave certain parts of my face, but leave other parts of my face bearded. So I will trim beards and mustaches and then shave faces. I do all of it. I do all of it. Hey PH, how are you all? Shaving every day goes through razors too fast, and I'm too poor for that. I actually have to buy new blades soon, and that kind of sinks, says Krellin. Yeah, so basically I use a straight razor, so I never have to buy new blades again, and so that's good. Although now I have to get blades for my head, because I can't use my straight razor on my head. So the thing that I use to shave my head is a thing that uses blades, and that I have to replace, and that's irritating. But for my face, I have a straight razor. Never again do I have to go and buy overpriced blades from all those people. So that makes me super happy. PH says, my awkward phase lasted 37 years. I'm glad to hear you're out of it now, though, PH. Hey, Ice Bunny. Work is sending me to Austin for about a week, the first part of October. Ooh, Rissa, I hear only good things about Austin. Like, enjoy it, maybe get to see a concert or something. That sounds really fun. Like, enjoy Austin. That's nice. Javai says that keeping a beard is a lot of work, and Javai, keeping a beard well is a lot of work. If you actually care about your beard and you want to do your oils and your balms and your trimming and make it look good, then it's a lot of work. If you want to have just like the insane person beard, I imagine that's less work. But I mean, neither you and I want that insane person beard. Krellin says Austin is like the only good part of Texas. Barontor's like, electric razor. Marissa has nothing to contribute to the razor discussion. So, well, hold on. There are more things one can contribute when it comes to hair removal. Just hold on. Pal PH says, I got into a mask show. Oh, awesome. I think I'm going to play a Legacy of Wonder Woman-esque hero. And my guy thinks being a superhero is not for him. Doesn't see the point. He'd like to just study and learn and then go into politics and actually affect structural change. Ooh, very exciting. I like it. So, but here's the question, PH. If your person does not want to be a superhero and would rather just go and study, then what makes them be a superhero? Right? Why do they just not be one? That's my question. Are they being forced into being a superhero? If so, who's forcing them? And what's that about? Thanks, S Bunny. So, like, I would say, right, because that's what I would ponder. I'd ponder, because in some campaigns, if a person's concept is, I don't want to do this, and there's nothing that makes them do that, then, like, why are they still doing it? So ponder that one, I'd say. I want the insane person beard, but sadly I can't actually grow a beard. Like, you want that, like, big, huge, massive, like, beard. Expectations. PH. That's so, like, family expectations? So, like, you know, like, because, right, that's interesting. Of society, family. That'll be interesting. That'll be interesting to see how that plays out. He doesn't want to let down his Wonder Woman type. That's good. I know. Ridley is tomorrow. I have been Gen Con slammed, but after my stream, this is for Rissa, after stream today, I've got to go to a birthday party, and when I get back from that birthday party, I will work on the notes. So that is my goal. That is my goal. Stream, birthday party, notes. Whew. You know how it all is. It is a hermit beard. It is that time. Yeah, I think it works really well. Gold star. It does work well. Our Anarch Dovey says, I've been playing Unreal World, and it is one of my favorite PC games, but I would really love to play tabletop RPG of that kind of setting, of low fantasy, Iron Age setting, but I've not found the right system for it. Oh, I'm sorry about your Dark Heresy game being canceled, Krellin. Party drinks, no notes. No, I'm the note keeper for the Call of Cthulhu game that I'm playing in, where Rissa is our GM. So, you know, I take the notes. Oh, as a matter of fact, I think tomorrow, I think the notes might have to go up tomorrow, because I think I need to re-listen to the game from last month to get some of the things. I think my notes are a little bit loose this time. And so I think I need to re-listen to all 6 hours. So I might be able to sort of hit the first, I can probably get the first 3 hours tonight, depending on what time I get home, and then like the next 3 hours tomorrow. We'll see. I might just stay up super late to listen to the whole thing and then take really good notes, but it's happening. Oh gosh. Jer, you're right. You are right. I did not update. Thank you, Jer. You are correct. Jer just made me note that I did not update the title, and I'm going to fix that right now. Oh my gosh. I thought I'd updated it, but I didn't. Where are we? This is what I need. Edit. Okay. Woo. Jer, I don't know how I'd do without you reminding me of things. You are right. Let's see. Let me update this. I thought I had that updated, but this is what you get. You know, Anarch Devi, you don't. I don't think you. Yeah, Anarch Devi, you can do. You can use GURPS. GURPS has a couple of things that are on it. I can't threaten him with bad stuff for his PC when he's already in denial about the impending doom of his best friend. My best friend is not gonna die, Rissa. It's fine. It's totally fine. My best friend's not gonna die in the game. That's all. No worry, Ice Bunny. We're here to be helpful. We are here to be helpful. We could also play in the woods. Let's see, where are we at? Oh no, yeah, Anarchdubby, you can use Oh, yeah, but I actually have to update all the rest of the stuff. Nightbot me. Hall of Judgment, yeah, see, Hall of Judgment is a setting book. It's for Dungeon Fantasy, not standard GURPS, though it'd probably work in the... Oh, yeah, because Dungeon Fantasy is just a subset of GURPS. So, yeah, you can do... and there's another one. It's like the Lost something of Tier. Like, they've got 2 of them. So, yeah, you can... If you want low fantasy Iron Age stuff, I would just say... I mean, depending on how crunchy you want, GURPS would be easy because they've got supplements for it. Either... Ooh... The name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F or an M will appear. And then I say Bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fan, or info. And then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an N this time. And there isn't any name that I can rhyme. But if the first 2 letters are ever the same, I drop them both and say the name. Like Bob, Bob drop the B's, Bo, or Fred, Fred drop the F's for red, or Mary, Mary drop the M's, mo, airy. That's the only rule that is contrary. Be right, Bo, E right, banana, fana, fo, fee right, fee, fi, mo, me right. Be right. Thank you so much for the sub, Be Right UK. It is much appreciated, and I hope you enjoyed your name game. And that was like a third of the year. I don't know where the time has gone, Be Right, but I am glad that you are here. It is much appreciated. And then Jafai says there's probably some Powered by the Apocalypse system that does that as well. Yeah, so I feel like any of the kind of generic game systems is something that you would find useful, right? You can use GURPS for it, you can use Fate for it, you can use Powered by the Apocalypse. I feel like there's a lot that you could do. Let's see. We are doing. That's not even how you spell doing. DLC. I had a thing I wanted to talk to you all about, actually. And let me put in the category, because you know we got to do it. Horizon Zero Dawn. And update information. Okay, information is updated. Yeah, Fantasy Age. Oh yeah, time is a social construct. It is, Krellin. Although those social constructs, they always get you in the end. Fantasy Age, yeah. So like, I think basically Anarchdubby, I don't think you need to make your own system. There are enough generics out there that you could use pretty easily, depending on the complexity you want, like how much detail you want. But there are a lot of systems out there that you can use for a low fantasy setting. Like, not even... There are oodles. Social constructs are a social construct. Okay, so this is what I want to talk to you about before we play Horizon Zero Dawn, because I've been thinking about this quite a lot. So, it's about DLCs. Time flies like an arrow, fruit flies like a banana. It's true. So here's the thing. It's about DLC. I wanted to talk to you about DLC for a moment. And I have this like complicated relationship with DLC, and there's a thing that I want that I clearly am not getting all the time. Sometimes I am, but not all the time, and I want it all the time. So, you know, but we all want things. We can't always get what you want. It's life. So it's like I'm not exercised. But here's the thing. When it comes to like, so like there are different types of DLC, right? There's like buy horse armor DLC, kind of cosmetic DLC, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about substantive game DLC, right? So when I think about game DLC, I think that there are 2 types of DLC for games. depending on the kind of game, at least for the kind of games that we're playing, right? There are games that are before the end of the game, and there are games that are DLC that is... DLC is downloadable content, Ice Bunny. Downloadable content. So... but if you try, sometimes you get what you need. It's true. It's true. So there's downloadable content that takes place after the end of the game, and there's downloadable content that takes place before the end of the game. And I personally would like them to tell you which one is which. Like, I would like to know that this DLC is before the end of the game DLC, or this DLC is after the end of the game DLC. And the reason why is because I want to know if I should play that DLC now before I go to the end game, or if it's a thing that's going to happen afterwards. So, for example, the Frozen Wilds, which is the DLC we're going to play for Horizon Zero Dawn right now, is before the end game DLC. If I would have known that, I would have played it before we got to the end game. But now, what happens, we get to the end game, the game is over, we get the big thing, and they're like, we're going to now restart you right before the end game so you can play the DLC. And I don't like that. I just want to know ahead of time so I can do it in the right order. Those are my feelings. Yeah, then there's also side story DLC that's unrelated to the main game. Yeah. Generally speaking, I just want to know so I can... Javai says, yeah, making it clear around where in the game it fits is the best, right? That's all I want. Like, you can do whatever you want with it. I just want to know where it fits so I can better figure out how to go through the game. The other thing I would say about before, like, side stories or before the end game DLC is I would prefer that be released. I kind of don't like it. Like, it's okay, like, it's fine, but I'm not the biggest fan of before the end game DLC that is released much later, because if I buy the game on day one and then I play through the game immediately and then I finish the game and then a month later or 2 months or 3 months later you come out with some side stories that happen before the game ends, then what, I have to just like start a brand new run through of the game just to get the DLC? And I often, like, I have a lot of games to play. Like, my Steam library is huge. My bookshelf of games to play is very large. I don't have a lot of time to play the same game twice. And so if you come out with during the game DLC, like 6 months after the game's released, it's very likely that I won't be able to play it unless I play through the game all the way again. And I have, like, limited time. So, you know, like, that's very frustrating for me. Barentor says, depends on the type of game too. With story games, I'd assume it's hard to figure that out after the fact. Sandbox games, it's usually just additions, yeah. Javai, I think I've seen some games have info on DLC content, like it fits best in this, yes, around a certain level. I think that Dragon Age was very clear. Like, Dragon Age was actually pretty good at sort of making their DLC actually post content, so that was really good. So I remember, like, after... Yeah, a lot of the Dragon Age DLC is post-endgame DLC, which is really great for me because I can finish the game and then come back to it and experience the stuff. And I really enjoy DLC that's after the end. Yeah. Monkey's stance on DLC is you can't play DLC. Look at my button instead, and that is how cats are. DLC is false replayability. Some DLC is actually hard-coded that they force you to buy. Oh, I don't like that either. Like, just come on now. Come on. Yeah, I think the Baba Yaga DLC for Rise of the Tomb Raider was an example of that. It also challenges what skills tools you need depending on when you play it. Ice Bunny says, all the games unlimited time and we make you go off gaming all too often. Paladin Hulk says, there's been some great DLC content and some awful DLC content made. Like, some you just get a ooey tweak or a new unit or something. Yeah, like, yeah, give me that DLC for free and we're fine, right? But, like, come on. And the thing is, I will say that the DLC for the Dragon Age games I've really enjoyed. Like, I've really enjoyed the DLC. There are these, like, sort of, like, different stories that come out afterwards, and you're like, oh, that's really neat. I've enjoyed that a lot. I'm thinking about Morrowind had these pretty big DLCs, but those are DLCs you could play after the game ended, so it was fine, or before. I just kind of want to know where I'm at. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's okay. Just let me know. That's all. That's all. I just want to know. I want to know what DLC is. I want to know when to play it. I want to know what DLC is. Don't ask me. Don't ask me what I'm doing right now. I'm singing you random songs, and it's super awkward. Don't ask. Morrowind's DLC broke balance. Yeah, it did. So like, what are you doing? Like, I just think, and the thing is, and look, I am not against DLC. There's been DLC that I have loved, and I thought has been great. Although I will say this in Horizon Zero Dawn's defense, at least it's not making me play the game all the way from the beginning to play the DLC. At least it's not doing that, so that's nice. Sleep on your first night, get attacked by an assassin, survive, and you have the best armor of the game now. Paradox games tend to have a ton of DLC that are additive to the game that give new modes of play. But of course, those Paradox games are games where you play over and over again multiple times. Do you know what I mean? Like, I find with, Crusader Kings or Europa Universalis, that's about making multiple playthroughs of the game anyway, so like adding new DLC doesn't bug me at all, because it's not like I'm only going to play Europa Universalis once. I'm going to play once playing as this country, then I'm going to play another time as this country, right? So like the ways in which those DLCs integrate into that game, because it's kind of like a cyclical experience, totally works for me. Javai says, one of my favorite DLCs I can think of on top of my head is Torna, the Golden Country for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It's pretty much a different game with different characters and, to a degree, mechanics set like 500 years before the game takes place, pretty much telling the story of a very important event in the game world. That sounds very cool, Javai. Right, and so I think that if it's not a story game, I think it's different. Like, what kind of DLC would I feel about it? If it is a story game, that's different too, right? Like, I think that there's like how I sort of interact with that DLC is going to be a little bit different based on if it's a story game or if it's not a story game, what I think about it. Oh, you know what I should do? I should do my wrist exercises while we're chatting. So I will. We're not going to start the game just yet because I've got to do my wrist exercises, and we're going to chat while I do it. Story games shouldn't have DLCs. Tell the story and move on. I think but I would say, like, there are some of those story games have really good post-end point DLCs, like the Betrayer for... Ooh, my wrist is hurting. Betrayer for Dragon Age Inquisition was really good. There's that one Witch Hunter, or whatever it was, that happened for Dragon Age 2 that I thought was really good. Basically, these things that are these sort of really interesting epilogues that sort of take you back to the world, but expand it in interesting ways. Those I like. I did play the Inquisition DLC on stream. I did everything. That's one of the reasons why the Inquisition playthrough took a year, or close to a year, because we did all of the DLC all at once. Adding a mid-game story months after the game releases as DLC kind of feels like rewarding players for not getting to the... Yeah, thank you, Javai. That is exactly how I feel about it, and I find that really frustrating. If I play it right away, then I'm kind of screwed over if the DLC is mid-game content. Like, I don't like that. Paladin Hulk is asking, like, wait, you're not still playing Inquisition? What if I am still playing Inquisition somewhere? Like, what if that is what's happening? Mask of the Betrayer for Neverwinter Nights 2 is amazing. Oh, Javai says prologues, paralogues, and epilogues are fine as DLC, I find. Yeah, me too. Like, those are things that I really enjoy. Prologues, epilogues, and paralogues. Those are all things that I find really fun and interesting in DLC for a story game. Like, that basically I can come back and revisit, but I don't have to play the whole game all over again in order to get it. Like, that's where I'm at. How can 100% berry powder advertise with being gluten-free? Gluten was never close to the berries. Oh, people do that all the time. People are super into I mean, I've seen like, this meat is gluten-free. I mean, I've seen all sorts of things that never had glutens. I mean, because gluten-free is now a marketing tactic. I mean, there are people who need to know it's gluten-free because they have celiacs and they'll get really sick. But it's also a marketing tactic, and so all sorts of things that never had, like water, gluten-free. I mean, you know, I'm just saying. The main story for Neverwinter Nights 2 is okay, but that DLC was just so good. You eat a god. Oh, well, that's amazing. Yeah, so I think for story games, especially I mean, here's the thing. Does your game last 1 hour? Well, then do whatever DLC you want. You know what I mean? Because it's only an hour's worth of, like, I could replay a game that's only an hour long. If your game is like 50 hours, expect me to replay the entire game to get some mid-game DLC is not gonna make me happy, because that's like 50 hours. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't have time for that. Let's see. There are a lot of things that add gluten that, oh, that's true. That's true. Also, you spend some time in the D&D afterlife looking at the Wall of Unbelievers. Oh. Neverwinter Nights 2 base story ends with rocks fall, everyone dies. Seriously, really? Really? That is amazing. And the worst is that some then truly believe that fruits have gluten. You know? The massive betrayer turns into JK lol. That's funny. I think Mass Effect's DLC was well done, even though a lot of it was mid-game. Though I have played it multiple times because I find it highly replayable. Neverwinter Nights 2 are all expansions and not really DLCs. That's interesting. Yeah, so, like, I know, and I will say this, though. I know that everybody was really mad at the horse armor, right? They were all mad at the horse armor. They're like, oh, no, horse armor, that was just so, stupid. The Oblivion DLC? I just didn't get it. Like, I just didn't get the horse armor, so I didn't care. And as long, like, I don't care about cosmetic DLC as long as I don't have to get it and it doesn't really make a difference. And people who want it can have it. People who don't have to have it. It's fine with me. They were sold in separate boxes with new discs, and this was the days before downloading things really. Yes. So, generally speaking, I am not opposed to DLC. There have been some DLC that I've really loved that has been great. I just want to know what the DLC is and when I should play it. That's what I would say. Trigluff says that Horizon Zero Dawn DLC is pretty nice with the way it changes small int actions depending on when during the story you play it. But see, Trigluff, this is what I mean. I just finished all of Horizon Zero Dawn. We're now going to play the DLC. I just wish I would have known that the DLC was mid-game DLC and not after the end DLC, because then I would have played it before I hit the end game, right? But now we're going to go back in and sort of play it, we're going back in. Hi, up yours, Santa. I find that the cheaper the base game is, the less I care about cosmetic items, as long as the cosmetic stuff isn't random. Yeah. Is this the Maury Povich show or Horizon Zero Dawn? It is not. It is the Maury. I wish I were Maury Povich. I feel like if I were Maury Povich, then I would probably be getting a lot more money if I were Maury Povich. Right now, we're just talking about DLC because we're about to play the DLC. And friends call me Santa, only haters and people say up yours. Okay, we will call you Santa. Thank you, Krullup, for calling me cooler than Maury Povich. I feel like Maury Povich is a bit sketch, right? Don't you think? I've never been a fan of shows like Maury Povich, mainly because, like, I don't want to make fun of people. Like, there's a lot of, like, taking advantage of people that happens in shows like Maury Povich. Do you know what I mean? Where it's a lot of making fun of people, taking advantage of people, and it feels a little bread and circuses to me. Do I have, Maury Povich was a talk show, and Maury Povich was a host, and they would do things like, they would interview people, but things like, my teen is out of control, and like, is like, my teen is out of control, and then like the mom would bring in the teen would just like yell and curse, and then the audience would like go, boo, you're the worst. And it was like a lot of like yeah, and he would, on-air paternity tests. Thank you, Krellin.
You're in for a treat. It's quite a show.
Like Dr. Phil, but I think a little bit trashier. It says here you can read an envelope on camera, and you're kind of a dick. Have you ever thought about being on daytime television? Yeah, right. So like somebody be like, I don't know who the father of my child, like, you know, like Janie says that Jim is the father of her child, but Jim says that he's not. Let's find out. And they do the paternity test, and it turns out you are the father. And then you're like, well, that's super awkward because Jim was being a jerk this entire time. And now what? Like, I'm sure it won't work well. Yeah, I just feel like, you know, we have two skill points. We can't use it right now. But we have quests. Let's see. What are our quests? We have we did that. Looming Shadow. We've got weapons into the Frozen Wilds. Let's go into the Frozen. I remember reading I still have all my shiny armor, so that's something, right? Oh, hey, there's a bandit camp. Let's go kill some bandits, because who does not like a bunch of bandits? They're way over here. They're on the way. So let's fast travel over here and kill some bandits. Kill the bandits, and then we'll go up to the Frozen Wilds. I remember reading an article that explained how the show was really bad for public perception of black people. Oh yeah. I mean, these shows are super minstrelly, and they're really bad. Like they're often super. I mean, they've got this undercurrent of like low key, subtle, not that subtle racism. It's just these shows are not good. The drama of Jerry Springer without the fist fights and the occasional boob. Yeah, that's right. Maury Povich was all the drama of Jerry Springer without the fist fights and the occasional boob, and that is right. And Javai points out, if you need a paternity test to take responsibility for a kid, I doubt the paternity test will be enough. Yeah, like, and I always like, none of these would ever sort of go well. Normal mode. I do everything on normal mode, Santa. So I was like, and this is my first playthrough of it. We finished the whole entire game, but we are now, where are we headed? But we are now this way. So my first playthrough of it, and now we are, let's hit this road. Yeah, so it's my first playthrough, and now we finished the whole thing, and now we're doing DLC. What is going on? We're gonna just, oh, hey, can I have a question. Can I just call, I cannot yet call him out. Dang it. What's happening? Are people fighting? Oh, I think people are in trouble. I think I should probably go and help them. I think Donahue did start the paternity test stuff. I think that's actually true. What's happening? Hey, what's going on? Hey, how's it going? Oh. All right, well, if they're bad guys, I will help you.
It's killer time.
Don't worry, I will help you out. Hello.
You're dead.
Hello. I think I'm hitting you. Oh, I am hitting you. I'm sorry. Apparently I'm hitting my friend. Let's, there we go. Hello, person who's standing here. How are you? Can I...
I'll train hard so I can take care of myself.
I know, Brave.
Thank you.
Most games are designed for normal mode anyway. Yeah, I just normally, like, for my first playthrough, I'm like, for my first playthrough of a game, I almost always go normal, just to sort of see what they think normal is, and just see how it is, and if it's, and then I note for the future. It is such a pretty game. I'm working on the beating game for the 5th time on ultra hard mode. Wow, that is impressive, Santa. I wonder, you know, Price is Right. Real archer, you know, they probably do. Real archers. Well, but then there's that guy. You know that guy that's like, he's actually kind of a bit bogus. He's the one that's like, I've developed a brand new way of doing archery and I can go really, really fast, and he's all those trick shots and all that. But his like draw strength is like super minimal, and he probably could not actually... He would not actually be good in combat, even though he says that he would be. Yeah. The fast trick, the fast trick shot guy doing the flips. Yeah, doing all that. And he's certainly doing stuff, but he tries to make these claims that he makes a lot of claims that are not supported. Is all I'm saying. Ooh, hey. Maybe I can sneak up on this mount and I can get a new Timmy. I tend to play games on normal or easy. I don't have the time or patience to suffer through the harder mode for no reason. Here we go. Is that the dude that... Yeah, he does like parkour stuff and a bunch of like archer people are like are skeptical of him because he makes a lot of claims that are not really substantiated. So it looks like we have a bandit camp, and I think we're just gonna go and kill some bandits. We're just gonna, do that, kill some bandits. It'll be awesome. He's like, I rediscovered like a lost, and you're like, but you didn't. Like, come on, stop being silly. You didn't rediscover a lost art of whatnot. Like, that is not what happened. I'm gonna shoot this guy in the head. Oh, this guy. Oh, we're gonna have to shoot him a lot. Okay. Oh, hi. Hey, guess what? There are people everywhere. They're trying to kill me. Also, what am I doing? I hate it when you shoot somebody in the head and it's not enough. Okay. Oh, my Timmy's dead. What is it with the love of ancient styles anyway? Modern styles. Can I repair you? Let me repair you. No, I want to repair you. Timmy. Hi. Where are you?
Found him.
You know what? I think I can get back into hiding. It's fine. We're cool. We're fine. We're fine. Hello. I discovered a newly archery start for the ancient high technologies. The Seekers have 6 cyber arms. I agree. I advise my friends to play this game on easy or normal the first time. Ultra hard mode will get you wrecked your first time, but it gets easier each time you play. Better mods, bows get... Oh. It sims from the fall of the room. Are there people hanging out? Oh, hi.
Over here.
Oh, people are attacking my mount. Stop attacking my mount. Like, leave my mount alone. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want you to attack my mount. My mount's awesome. It's fine. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. It stems from the fall of the Roman Empire, Javai, because Rome stuff generally was better than what most Europeans were using at that period. Well, that's true. This guy seems like a David Icke type of human male, and yikes. Oh, hey, Mr. Awful Big Person. Yeah, I know he's super sketch. I have to kill the Timmy murderer. That's fair, but the fall of the Roman Empire was a long time ago. Might be time to move on from that. People will never move on from Rome. Because people are a little bit obsessed with empires. You know? Alright, let's see. We've got some more murderers. We got that. I would like to shoot you as well. I missed. That's cool. Don't even worry about it. Just a little bit of missing is fine. You know, Krellin, but that's why people are obsessed with them. People are obsessed with empires because they want, people are obsessed with empires because they, why is everybody's so alerted right now. People are obsessed with empires because they want to be the Roman Empire, you know what I mean? Ooh. Also, you all can see me right now. Awkward. That's okay. Let's, why can people see me? Why is everyone looking at me right now? Don't look at me. There are too many documentaries that the whole thing is, oh my gosh, Mr. Awful McPherson is so true. There's so many documentaries that's all about like, oh, it's so sad the Empire fell. Ugh. All I know is that it's the frozen wild, so we're gonna go into like the area of the frozen...
Search is off. Fight's on.
Oh, really? Is that what's happening? Whoa. Oh, hi! Somebody shot me.
I gotta aim. I wanna be you, fool.
We're gonna like... You're done.
Try to run.
So I'm doing this bandit camp, and it involves me, getting shot a lot. My stealth is not on it right now. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. The Chinese Empire is more enduring than the Roman one. I want to be the Empire... Wait, what do we got here? I'm going to try to hide again. All right. Because I want to read chat. Oh, hi. Look at all these people. Everybody's running around right now. Can I,
Keep your eyes open.
I want to be the Empire where people come in and conquer it, and then we say, cool, guess you're in charge now, but you sort of have to do things our way because that's the only way to organize this many people.
I'm about to have some fun.
I'm gonna kill somebody, by the way. Just like a little bit of killing right now. That's all. Then I'm going to, murder this person. The headshot. That one I didn't headshot, but... My handling could be way better on this. Alright. The thing about styles and techniques is that you need to use a weapon the way it was designed to do if you use the advantages. Yeah. You're wearing glow-in-the-dark armor. I know. I lost a lot of my sneaking ability when I moved to my special glow-in-the-dark armor, and that is true. Hey, how awful! The lost of all the land, you lost all the land, the Yosta from a people that suck the land dried. Oh, well, they can't enrich themselves out of people's wealth. Oh, blah blah blah. Yikes. Yeah. Oh, hi. Hey, why are you attacking me? That's okay. I just killed you. I mean, is it okay? All right. So there are a lot of bandits, and they know I'm here, but it's cool. I'm trying to read chat, bandits. I'm trying to read chat right now. Why are you up in my face? So by dint of being part of the Mongol Empire, your statement is flawed. One clean headshot, the other full Boromir. Yeah.
Got you located.
Oh, you do have me located. That's true. So I'm gonna have to shoot you. Or I'm gonna have to stab you. It's cool. Okay. So, going full Boromir. I'm trying to read chat. Come on now. Yeah. All right. So let's find out what's going on. Let's loot all the bodies. See if we can. It looks like we cannot get up here. Maybe we can we?
You're giving up.
All right. What do we have? Defining trait of an empire is that there is no defining ethnicity of membership. I think it might depend on the empire, right? I'm gonna have to think about that. Is it? I think a lot of the empires I can think of, that's a true statement, but I wonder if it's true for all of them.
Lorraine, my stamp.
I have all of my... I've got a lot of potions. I'm going to do my best to... what do we have here? Most empires are built around a single ethnicity, and conquered peoples are forced to adopt that empire's culture, language, etc. So at least they start that way, right? Okay. What can we do here?
Alarm. Would make enough noise to bring in more.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's be stealthy this time for real, though. Oh, if I don't get this guy in one headshot, it's gonna be bad for me. Nope. The alarm's gonna go off, isn't it? This is bad. Why am I not getting all of my stealth all the time? This makes me so sad. So this... Yeah, the alarm went off. This is,
I'm gonna get you.
This is, this is a hard bandit camp, is what I'm gonna tell you. This is not an easy bandit camp at all. So, like, these bandits are, like, all up in my face. Gang. Gang.
Stay on it.
Although I imagine that forced to adapt is not the same thing as integration.
Looks like I'm clear.
Right? I mean, like, you could say you must integrate, but then you have to give up all your stuff, but that's not necessarily the same as actually integration. Where... I did get a headshot there. That's something. Let's see. What are you all talking about? Let me go back over there. One style of combat is not inherently superior to another style. Example, you cannot compare a sword and shield style of combat to a longsword or katana, both completely different how they're used, because there are way too many factors to consider to define the specific style superior. This applies to modern martial arts too. Also, I think what that martial art is used for, right? I believe the ethnicity of those in Japanese Empire, Japanese Krillin, they still have an emperor. Japan isn't an empire, Kulan. Being ruled by an emperor is not what defined. I think what we should say here is that there are different definitions of what makes an empire. Different competing and contradictory definitions. So I think that there's not one agreed upon and unified definition of what an empire is. All right, let's... Can I don't think I can do anything with that. So I think that's one of the tricky things, right? That there's not one unifying... I think there's not one unifying definition of what an empire is. As many of these things are, right? And many of these things are going to be tricky based on, like, what defines nationalism. One of the biggest scholars of nationalism... Empires can strike back. Thank you. I would say, for example, I think what's interesting is that one of the biggest and most famous definers of nationalism, Gellner, like really influential. His definition of nationalism does not include the United States, right? Because it's basically bound on. European models what nationalism is. And so I think that
The bandits imprisoned these people.
There are always going to be sort of competing definitions for terms, and some definitions will work better in other time periods than others. And I think that's one of these things we always have to sort of just deal with a little bit, that definitions are messy and fluid. There are a lot of bad guys here, everyone. just thought I'd point that out. Let's see. During a Japanese empire, you cannot be sure a citizen was Japanese. Empire is a type of country, but also political tendency of the country. Russia's officially a federation, but it acts like an empire. It's interesting because you can be an empire and not give citizenship to the people that you subjugate, right? So you could be an empire, you could conquer lands, and then those people not be given citizenship. And they could become vassal states that don't have full citizenship. Hello. What do we have here? I think we're good in this area. Let's jump off of things and get injured. That's cool. Can you name an empire that did that? Well, the British Empire, especially post 45, was still an empire, but they stripped citizenship from all of their from people who did not have grandparents. Ooh, you were hard to kill, my friend. Yeah, the British Empire stripped citizenship from its vassals. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna need some other things. I'm gonna need weapons. Let's see. Let's have this one. And let's put it up here. Because maybe we need to bomb some people. You know, like maybe bombing people would be good. Yeah, let's bomb some people. Let's do that. Oh, hi. Okay. Oh, hi, everybody. Oh, look at this. Okay. Oh, hey, everybody. And they did your grandparents so they could avoid basically non-white people getting British citizenship. And that was like one of the things they did because, you know, awesome. Why am I not catching more people in my bombs? Once I finish dealing with this, I will find out what you're all saying because I'm interested. Oh, wrong direction. I want to go this way. Get out of my way! Get out of my way!
Take her out!
Oh!
I'll cut you up and stop!
There are people and they're attacking me. No, I don't like it. I think it's rude. Let me go to fire arrows. Oh, gang. There are a lot of really tough people here. Like, a lot of really tough people. Out of the way. Oh. It's okay. I got this. I got this.
This is gonna look real.
Okay. A mewling baby that cries would make the world bow to its whim. I think your definitions are own, but you do you. No grandparents is very vague. Headshot, poor barrel combo. No grandparents with citizen shoutouts. They did her grandparents. I'm using definitions like Crash Course World History Series, and I think that's the thing, that there are people who like even there are people who have really different definitions, even who are, you know, like
No more time to recover.
there are a lot of Ooh, hello. There's a lot of
Try to run.
there's a lot of variation and complexity in this. I want to chat with you more, but we've got people up in our faces. That should take care of that. Okay. All right. The crash course is highly flawed, ripe with erasure and interpretation of events from a viewpoint of an oppressor, not the victim. Mm-hmm. If you didn't want to fight really tough people, you should have waited to the end game to play the DLC. This is probably true. This is probably true. And they're okay. This. I'm gonna grab this.
Over here.
Yeah, I know. I should probably, like, I don't know. Hey, don't shoot me. I want to shoot you. You shouldn't be shooting me. That's rude. It's cool. Don't worry about it. All right. We're in a space. It's fine. There we go. All right. See? Everything is fine. We killed some people. They're dead. We're being chased by more people. Like this person right here, who I'm gonna shoot in the head. The thing is, I can't kill them with one headshot. Like, this is like... Oh. I did it, everyone. I cleared the Bandit Camp. We saved... And I got a lot of XP for that one. We saved the people. We saved the villagers. Thanks. What is this? Cost for... What? Who? What? Side quest. Cause for concern. Nil, a mysterious outlander, invites Aloy to raid bandit camps with him when their paths cross. So I have to talk to Nil. Okay, we're going to talk to Nil, find out what's up. There's an argument for U.S. empires. We have countries like PR under our direct control. I don't know if I'm a savior or not a new oppressor. Also, there are people who are in U.S. territories who are not citizens. Right, there are people, right? I think that's right. I don't think all of our, and not all of our territories, not all, if you live in Puerto Rico, you can't vote for president, although you are a citizen. But I don't know if that is true of all of the places.
I'm not much of a hunter. I'm down to traps and a spear.
Mr. Awful McPerson, fair. So let's sell some stuff, because I don't know if you know me before, if you've ever met me, but I tend to hoard resources and then have too many of them. And let's just, the point was that knowing a citizen would not tell you their ethnicity. Did the Mongol Empire, but then also we have to sort of deal with the idea of citizenship, right? That's like another mark to sell. That's like another element of this, and whether or not we have citizenship is going to hoarding resources, not this just. And like how we're sort of how citizenship works. Let's sell all of that. Let's sell. What can I? Let's sell that. Let's sell that. I feel like most of the things I have here I can probably sell, but I'm not going to because of my problem. Yeah, right. I think you don't know. Barator says, yeah, diving into what defines a citizen and what defines ethnicity, how broad or specific you get. You don't know ethnicity due to the ruling ethnic group's policy of assimilation, ideas like civilizing. Yeah, because some people would then, because notions of, let's sell that. Notions of ethnicity have changed over time. It's all very complicated, is what I would say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sell that. Sell that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like to have 5. And I feel like I can probably just sell all my marked items. Oh, and Kulan, it is indeed a can of worms. Because then right, then we have to start defining ethnicity and how do we do that, right? And I don't need to sell any of those things. I think I'm good with my modifications. I think I'm good. I think I've sold a lot of stuff. And now I'm just going to loot. Like, that's what's going to happen. I'm going to just run around this place and loot. And find out more about Nil, apparently. Empire's an old discussion point. What did the Romans ever do for us? Javai says, I think defining empire is difficult because it is still a loaded enough term that applying it to certain places like USA is controversial. So setting on a definition where that would be the case is difficult. Ethnic as non-white is also regional definition of the word. Yeah. So like it's just really complicated. And I don't think there's any really good, like definitions are still under debate and in flux. Aqueducts. That's what the Romans did for us. Aqueducts. I have, like, there's so many health potions here, and I don't even need them all.
You can see them. They can't see you.
Like, no one, like, there are no bad guys here. Like, we're fine. Like, we are all good, everybody. I don't know, everyone's so stressed out. Like, I killed all the bandits, and now I'm gonna steal their stuff. Is it stealing if you've killed them?
I'd have to leave something else behind.
Naughty paintings. Oh, what's it? Viaduct. Why Viaduct? Why not Via? What's that joke? The problem with this discussion on empires is that it's predominantly currently or former oppressors and empire builders who dominate. Oh, and yeah, that is also a big problem. Like, who gets to define what an empire is and for what reasons are they doing it? No, it's looting or pillaging. Oh, see, then I'm fine.
Luck's with me.
I don't need this right now. I don't need that. I think we can just move into... Oh, we need to talk to Nil. We need to talk to Nil. That's our thing. It's grave robbing. Wait, right! If they're not buried, then it's not... Then they don't have a grave. I think we're good. Where's my horse? Where's my horse? Air burial. Oh, air burial. All right, that's fair. This is... But I feel like it wasn't an official air burial yet, right? I feel like... Okay, where's my horse? I'm going the wrong direction. That's why I cannot find my horse. Let's go... Let's place a waypoint. Can I get around to my horse this way? You know, I probably have to go through the thing. Speaking of definitions, is it stealing if you didn't kill the person, but take their things, and pillaging and looting if you kill them? Oh! Ooh. Well, that's a good question. I feel like that's probably true. I feel like that makes sense. I feel like that makes sense.
Thank All Mother for bringing her to us.
And I think this is the way out. Yeah.
None of their deeds will live on in her memory.
By the way, why? Oh, there are a lot of Nora Braves here. Oh, I think we're officially in Nora territory. Yes. Yes. I like how in Norse society it was actually a thing that stealing was really bad, but raiding and pillaging was fine, so it was technically more honorable to kill someone and then take their stuff than it was just to take their stuff in secret. So, hey, we've got someone to talk to. And I think the person we have to talk to is our friend. But I just want to repair my horse first.
Fresh.
Like, that's all I want to do. I just want to repair my Timmy. And find out what's up. Like, apparently we're going to find out all this stuff about Nil right now. And we're going to find out. So then are you stealing from both the dead person and the murderer? Are we talking about the Tibetan version of letting Grandpa be the bird of partly... Okay, let's talk to Nil. Hi, Nil. What's up?
It's so bittersweet. Like a smile through bloody teeth.
What's the matter? You look disappointed.
Yeah, I'm gonna be able to summon.
Oh, the bandit clans are gone. I hear another turned back at the southern plains, just at a sniff of the legend we carved.
That's what all this bloodshed was for, to end the bandit threat.
But now there's nothing left to kill. Unless... No.
I guess this is our last farewell.
After all we've been through, this isn't the place for that. There's a mesa south of Meridian with a view of the spear shafts. Meet me there.
Why? Why do you want me to meet you? What's going on with Nil? I don't even know. I don't even know about that. What is that about? I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Well, I mean, it's interesting, right? Because how the difference between murder and killing, right? We want to make those differences. We want to say, well, this kind of killing is cool. This kind of killing is not cool. And how we define that says a lot about our society. So here's what's up, y'all. Nil wants me to meet him all the way over here. I mean, I could just meet him and then pop back up. Like, all right, let's find out what he wants. Let's find out what dude wants. You want me to meet you on the mesa, though? But if I do that, I'm gonna lose my Timmy, so we're not gonna do it. Like we're supposed to meet him, it's fine, but I'm not gonna do that right now because if I do, I'm gonna lose my mount, and I'm always and forever losing my mount, so we're not gonna do it. That fella needs to see the master of hats. Shaman Battery Acid could teach him what a regal... Yeah. Like, I feel like so many icons, right? And I've uncovered almost all of them. I've got to go and do a little bit of, like, uncovering a few more here and there. I'm sure there's some sort of, what do you call it? What do you call it? Achievement? I'm sure there's some achievement for hitting all of the locations. Faithful to Timmy. Also, most Vikings were just regular people, as in farmers, fishers, traders, etc. Very few people went on Viking. Viking was a verb for a raid. Isn't it interesting how verbs become nouns, right? Like, Viking becomes a noun, Vikings, or jazz was originally a verb, like you would jazz music, and then it became a genre. I think that's interesting, right? How we sort of take verbs and make them nouns, and that then changes the meaning quite a lot. Hello. Here we are. I'm gonna have to lose my mount anyway, aren't I? Dang it. Norman is not the same thing as a Viking. Also, Norman is your favorite first name. Look, I did all of this work, by the way, to not lose my mount. And then I lost my mount anyway. Look at this place. Look at this place. Okay, so this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna save. What is that? Vikings were the people from in foreign lands raiding people, so I think all Vikings were on Viking. They were all on Viking. All right, so here's what's up. I'm going to, since... All right. I'm going to just go and find out. We're going to go and talk to Nil and find out what he wants and what's all about it. Let's just go. And then we're going to come back. We're going to come back. Right? Like, when we come back, we're going to see it. It's so pretty. This game is so pretty. Ice Bunny, you go and you because Ice Bunny identifies as a Viking. So do you go and invade people and murder them and steal their stuff, Ice Bunny? I had no idea. I did not know that you went around murdering people or raiding them, I suppose, as it were. Ice Bunny is Ice Bunny is a Viking. Which means I'll just have to be very careful that she does not kill me. Now that just rate us to take pictures. Well, but here's the thing. If taking pictures steals someone's soul, then... Raid! Raid. Ooh. Oh, hey, guess what? It's not approved yet, but there's a new emote coming. There is it's not there yet, but there's a new emote coming to the foxhole, and it is the amazing No Brad that our wonderful Jer made for us. So we have a new. If taking pictures does that, moving pictures must be worse. Think of. I don't have a soul. I don't even have a soul. That's why. No, Brad. Vikings were avid invaders of our lands too, to enslave and vacillate us. So we did a few invasions back. Kidnapped the future Olaf the Great. No way. Today's more living like Vikings in the museums or at fairs in tents and stuff. It's all gone. You know, the thing is, doing reenactments like that is not actually doing it. You know what I mean? Like, people like, at least I will say this, at least the SCA, the Society for Creative Anachronism, they know that what they're doing is fictional, right? That they're not living like it really was. Because we can never live like it really was because of antibiotics. And also, nobody really wants to live like it really was back then because it wasn't great. Just saying. It wasn't great back then. I don't know, like, I'm meeting this guy. I don't even know what this is about. But I had the horned helmet and everything. I ate goat leg. Yeah, right? Like, I mean, we all tell stories and myths, right? We all tell stories. But she says, I wish, but she says, she doesn't say no, Brad. She says, but it's not true, Brad. I'm not your girl. But I can rip it, and we can get an audio alert, and that would be, oh, we deliver at 4. And also, oh yeah, also how our worldview is different. We don't have the same knowledge. Yeah, and it doesn't mean that they weren't smart. They were certainly smart, but they had a different frame of knowledge. The way they saw the world was different. No? Well, the Viking Museum in Habitu has rebuilt the village, and they have people on Viking make... Yeah, but see, just because you have, like, a living village doesn't make it, accurate. Oh, I could stitch it together, Drummer Boy. I could do that. Oh, I could... Oh. Because, you know, we have, in Williamsburg, we have this colonial Williamsburg, Virginia. It's like this colonial village. It's like totally accurate how it was, but it's not totally accurate to how it was. It's still also a myth. Like, the past is always a myth for ourselves. All peoples are just as smart as all other peoples. Education, I think that's different. Or different kinds of education, different kinds of knowledge. Except that even as far back as ancient Greece knew that the world was round, we think our ancestors thought a lot of things they didn't think. Right, yeah, because it's also about... Oh, yeah, like, these are all, like, myths, right? Columbus was just an idiot. Like, we have all these myths we tell about our past, and... Hi, Avad.
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They, with an army of... They'll bring... It's called hate. It will send out a... We can't let that...
I'm trying to understand.
No.
Meridian...
Perhaps the
No, I don't want to have this conversation right now. Ugh.
Aloy, if we're to fight...
This is... I don't...
Even a
This
king,
is endgame. No.
I don't know about...
That is not even what I wanted to do. I don't even want to do any of that. Even eras are myths. Like the 80s we know isn't the 80s it was. Oh, yeah. I want to talk to... Come on now. This is not what I want to do. I want to... This is what I want. Ugh. People. I could have brought my... It's fine. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. Actually, the Earth size was calculated by a Muslim scientist from Central Asia, right? Yeah. And then the Fire Nation was attacked. Hey, Wild Engineer. I saw in-game, this isn't it. In-game has a bunch of superheroes and it being sad. How do we know they're not secretly superheroes being sad in here? Would it be weird if like on a second playthrough, there's like Superman, Wonder Woman, and oh, that's DC, sorry. Captain America, Iron Man, etc. Speak of the devil, it's my Mastium. Hello! They keep crafts alive. I tried needle binding. What is a technique older than knitting that one of the women showed me how to do it. Yeah, but some of those techniques are also not how they happened at the time. Like people try, like when people do preservation, they're like, oh, let me preserve how it was back then. But they're also often just guessing how it was. Sometimes they have it, but there are a number of, like, there are certain techniques that are unbroken that have sort of existed over time. But there's some things that we just make up, that we see something, we try to figure out, like, maybe how was this done? And then we create how it was done. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that is how it was done. It's how we are imagining how it was done. That's not always the same, right? Like we have to sort of be, and this happens with music all the time. People are like, I'm going to go and play the music from the 1300s exactly how it was really done, but we don't know. We can guess, and then somebody can teach you how it was really done, but that may not have been how it was really done at all. Because we have investments in certain things, and like a good friend of mine does like Swedish folk music and dance, and a lot of the Swedish folk music and dance, which is like the ancient Swedish folk dance, is actually just from the 19th century. Because in the 19th century they wanted to have ancient Swedish folk dance, so they made it up. And so now we think of these things as being the ancient Swedish folk dance, but it's not even true. It's like our imagination of the Swedish ancient folk dance, but because people want this imagination. Anarch W says, there's a tale where a Swedish king went on a raid in Finland and bested King Frosty, killing him. He took Frosty's daughter as a bride, who requested a funeral for her father. After the feast, he got drunk, and the daughter of Frosty strangled the king with a golden chain and strung him up from a tree and ran away. Good for her. Reconstructive archaeology. And, hi, I'm Grimmy. What is my opinion on penguins? I don't have, like, I'm not well-versed in penguinology, so like I don't know them. Like I only know penguins as like in that kind of shallow way that generic people know penguins, which is not particularly deep. So like for all I know, penguins might be a bunch of jerks. Like I don't know. Like what if I say to you like, oh, I like penguins, but then you're like, did you know that penguins murder people all the time? And I was like, oh, actually I didn't know that penguins were murderers. So I don't know. Maybe they're secretly murderers. That is not a something. I like them in that shallow way that people like penguins, not being aware if they are actually secretly murderers, which they could be. Yeah, I watched a video about how glass was recycled in England after the fall of the Roman Empire because England didn't have the glass industry, but they learned some things about how the ash from the kiln can actually help it be reusable many times. They aren't sure that's how they did it, but they think that might be so they run experiments, yeah. Many folk costumes are also from the 19th century. This is true. Thus the colors they have as only 19th century textile dyeing technology. Yeah, they do have emperor penguins. And I think this is actually really interesting that we really need to think about the ways in which a lot of our ideas of the ancient times are actually constructions of the 19th century when nationalism becomes a thing, and it's being created because they want to create nation states, right?
I did wonder on my way here, well, if you were luring me into an ambush.
Where's the fun in that? Some bandit sprawl would never have done for our arena. But this, much better. There's a sense of drama. So, what do you say? How about we try to kill each other?
Why would we do that? What?
Wait. You brought me out here to ask if I want to
Hey, Crit Witch.
To the death. We'll savor it because we only get this one time.
No, why would I fight you to the death?
I don't know what else I expected.
Why would I do that? Hey, Crit Witch. I'm not gonna fight you.
I'm flattered that you think of me this way, but I don't want to kill you.
Yeah.
Don't be hasty. When it's life against death, hunter against hunter, I know it'll come to you.
Is that really what you want, Nil? You know, I don't think you have a death wish.
I know.
But you have might be worse, but I see there might be a need for you in this world.
I don't understand.
I'm not killing you.
I won't fight you. That's my decision.
Yeah, come on.
You can respect it, or try to shoot me in the back as I go.
Then it's over. Your last arrow was the cruelest.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just not killing you. You know? Like, why would I do that?
It's true, I offered you the choice, but my heart is broken.
Oh well. Bye. Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna kill him. Like, what is even up with that? I don't even know. Yeah, you're right, Ice Bunny. It's a bad date. It's a bad date. Okay, so we've done it. Let's go to our DLC. And let's hope that our Timmy's still there, but I know he won't be. It doesn't even matter. Let's go. Excelsior. Did you know that Kermit the Frog is left-handed? Really? I'm Grimmy. I didn't know that, but I'm left-handed, so I appreciate it. That's pretty awesome. Do tardigrades have an empire now that they can... Oh, Volus, right? I don't know if you all heard that. There are now apparently tardigrades on the moon. Can they survive on the moon? How long can they survive on the moon? What happens if we go back, when we go back to the moon, let's say we go back to the moon in a couple of decades, and the entire moon has been terraformed and taken over by tardigrades? Right? This is like what this is what I want to know. I ate your Timmy with fava beans and a nice Chianti. PH, your social skills are not worse than Nils, who just wants you to kill him, which I'm not even gonna do. I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna play his game. I ate your Timmy. I know, there are tardigrades on the moon. I can't imagine that they're gonna. Well, but what if they survive? What if the tardigrades are still alive? I mean. Drummer Boy says, my grandpa has a newspaper clipping that he was the last child given the strap for being left-handed in his school. People are weird and dumb sometimes. First off, yeah, right? People are weird and dumb sometimes and like need to work out. My Timmy's gone. I don't think I'll ever survive. How am I doing? All right, let's climb up here and find out what the DLC has for us. And here we go. This is the land of the DLC, everybody. This is it. I like our cool frozen lanterns. What do you think we're gonna find? What will be here? Will it be... Oh, hey. Hello, large creatures. Let's activate a quest, shall we? Let's activate Into the Frozen Wilds. Let's do that. We're gonna go and explore the Banuk. I don't know if they patched it, but one of the robos in the DLC is extremely loud. Oh. Huh. Frosty? Is that what it means to be a strapping young lad? I think it's actually different. I think strapping comes from something else. Tardigrades are low tier in outside. They should try a different build. You think I will find Doom? Maybe I will find Doom. What if I find Doom? Okay. We're in the Banuk lands. My inventory's full? What do you mean my inventory's full? Oh, health potion is fine. So, gang, we can climb up this way, or we can just go. Well, apparently we can't go this way. Maybe. I am just not stealthy anymore. It's fine. Well, additional content behind a paywall. So we're gonna go the way they want us to go, as opposed to, oh, but we could go down here. Let's do it. They want us to go the other way, but I want to see what happens if we go this way. Just because I'm curious, like what's down here. Hello, everyone. What's down here? Trooper, says Barantor. I'm pretty sure with this DLC you will find things that help you do other things, and then see new things which will expand things. Do you think so? I mean, that seems, oh. That seems like... That seems a little outrageous, Barantor. I don't even know. Is that even possible? Sometimes I wonder what life is about. All right, let's do it. Oh. Apparently not. Well, we just explored a little bit. It was fine. This is Trooper. It's a never-ending cycle. Never-ending cycle. Kajagoogoo? No, Liman? DLC, drop off large cliffs. It's like you have met me before.
What are you doing, Aloy? This path leads to the cut. The Banuk have nothing to offer besides useless mysticism. The Eclipse won't stand idle while you waste time playing in the snow. Return to your desk.
Surprised you're still checking up on me. I thought you had moved on.
Well, forgive me for still being concerned with the fate of the world.
I was thinking, Banuk shamans thread blue cables through their skin, right? Kind of like someone else we know, huh? So maybe the real reason you want me to stay clear of the Banuk is to stay clear of your past.
It's not the past that concerns me, Aloy. It's the future. Or possibly lack thereof. Which is why you should stop prattling and get back to what matters. But as usual, you'll do as you wish.
Of course it will.
Touchy.
So, I don't know if you noticed, but Silence is our friend again, apparently. Yeah, it does look like a spine. It's like the spine of a huge, massive monster creature just being creepy. What do you think of the, well, the ending made me cry because Drummer Boy, it made me cry and got me all emotional. I don't know where we're going right now, but we're going places. Let's look at our map. No, well, let's give it 360.
Everything's freezing. The ground, the air, me.
It's beautiful. Yeah, I don't know if he's our friend. You know what I mean? I don't know. The Neverending Storybook is very different from the movie, and as much. Oh yeah, the movie's just like the first half of the book. Yeah, no, it made. Okay, so apparently we need to go. I don't even know if where we're at is a good idea. What are we doing right now? Where are we going? What is possible for us? We're gonna go this way. I don't think this is the way we need to go, but we're gonna go there. We're experimenting. I mean, I don't... Did you hear something? Oh, hey, look. It's a goat? And we killed it. And now I bet we can't get access to it. We killed a goat that we can never have. This is... I've never seen or read the Neverending Story. I only know the song from Stranger Things. Oh, you know, I haven't watched Stranger Things...
Easier when I was a kid.
Yet. I killed the goat because I wanted to harvest its flesh. But then it turns out it wouldn't let me. And now I'm sad. I thought that I could, you know, harvest the flesh of the goat. Who doesn't want that? Ooh. I don't know if you noticed that they're giving me a lot of medical plants right now, and that makes me a little concerned. Like, I'm worried about that. I didn't realize that I couldn't actually harvest the goat. So what... Do you think this is a big DLC or a small
I'd have
DLC?
To dig something.
Okay, hold on.
This one's a new predator. I can see the heat coming off it.
Okay, its weakness is fire. Gang, we're gonna have to do some of... Wait, Let me, oh, no. Machine, wait, no. Weapons. Let's do, oh, you know what? We're gonna do this. Summon the Goat Lord. The creators of Stranger Things made an underage girl have her first kiss on camera when she was not comfortable doing so don't watch it. Oh. Oh, really? The actor was not comfortable? Oh. That's creepy. That's creepy. I am going to... It's fine. Oh, I wonder if I can just, oh. Okay. Let me...
Okay, Aloy, now what?
I'm gonna get rid of all that's good stuff. And now I'm going to... Oh, hi. Oh, hey, how you doing? That was real... Oh, hi. Okay. Well, I'm gonna need this. I also am gonna need... I'm stuck. I need to move. I need to not be where I'm at. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's, okay, this is like, okay, this is like, where are we at here, people? No, I just want to point out that we got, like, some stuff going on. And, okay. This is, oh gosh. Hi. How are you? I'm dying. It's cool. Don't even worry about me. Don't even worry about me at all. It's cool. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think we've got this one now. Oh my goodness, everyone. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, that was, something. That was something intense. And, hi. I have... Okay. I need a hero. So much fire. Yeah. What I saw was her laughing off as, oh, haha, it's fine. Ooh. Oh. So wait, so the actress herself said that she was fine with it? Okay. So there are new beasts here that are dangerous. We're gonna just, how big is this place? Ooh. I'm going to do some crafting. While we're here, we're just gonna, we're gonna do some crafting. We're gonna make... I actually don't think I need to make health potions, but we do need to make other things, like... Wait, wouldn't I need more resist potions? No, I think I'm fine. Maybe. They're still working together, but I assume she was not exactly thrilled with it. I hope they worked out their relationship behind the scenes. Oh, Anarch W, take the dog out. Wait, Anarch W. Who takes the dog out? That'd be you. Just because it... Don't... I know, I'm embarrassing sometimes, right? Like, I get it. I get that I'm embarrassing sometimes. It's fine. Freeze bombs. Let's make a couple of those. Use some of our materials. Okay, I think... And make a proximity bomb. Minors don't have the option whether or not to work with people. PH is up to their parents. There is some question about whether or not one of the actors on in what's the Stranger Things was pressured to do a kiss against her will or not, because there's reports that she did, but then she apparently said that it was fine. So there's some, what's the word? There are some conflicting reports on the matter. I would... Ooh. And right now, that's what we're talking about. And I'm in Banuk lands at the moment. And trying to not die to, like, crazy monsters. Oh, PH, would you link it? Thank you, PH. Much appreciated. That's what I want to see. Thank you, PH. What do you think, what are we gonna learn about the Banuk? Is Silence a Banuk? Was he a Banuk? Is he still a Banuk? What's that sound? What's that? That sounds bad. It sounds really bad, actually.
Okay, that's a welcome, I guess.
Hi, everyone. Ooh, look at the sky. Look at the sky, everyone. Oh my gosh. That sky's beautiful. Hi. It's nice to see you. I'm not gonna shoot you or anything. I could, but I'm not going to. Just gonna sort of chat. I think the Banuk are going to have some amazing cultural dishes that are just gonna change their life. Charlie Brown's father is a barber. Like Charlie Brown, the cartoon character? Ooh. There is one in season 2 that seems weird, but the one in season 1 with Millie Bobby Brown, 11, was in the script, and though a little weird and was fine, and she was fine with it afterwards. The season 2 between the other characters was not scripted and apparently weird. Oh. things should not be happening that are not in the script. Like, things like that should not be happening, they're not in the script.
Ha! You sure you'll be warm enough up here, Nora?
I've worked up a sweat from the climb.
Hi, Banuk guards. It's the season 2 one. Huh. I should probably find out more about this. Things like that should be scripted, and in the script, no surprises. No surprises.
You made it to the cut, Outlander.
Not that you'll stay long.
Hi.
This is Song's Edge, biggest settlement in the cut.
Oh.
These are dangerous lands, Outlander. Deadly, even.
That's cool. I'm pretty deadly, too. Yeah, working with sweat in the cold is bad, Jer. It is not good. You're like, oh yeah, now I'm gonna get hypothermia. That's cool.
Smoke rising from the mountain. And the village, too. What's it for?
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Does that seem bad? Seems bad. And then not watch a show you do not watch to begin with. Well, but I mean, it's a show that everyone's talking about. And like, it's one of those things you're like, oh, maybe I should watch it. Christopher Columbus had blonde hair? Really? I didn't know that. I suppose I've only seen, I think the paintings I've seen of Christopher Columbus, he had brown hair?
Ray's been gone a long time, but she will return.
Who are you?
I must believe she will return. In times like these, we must not forget the importance of ceremony.
What's going on?
How are we to trust the chieftain after so many died under his command?
Hair doesn't always bleach in the sun. I'm saying. I'm in the sun a lot, and I don't end up blonde. It's a good show, in my opinion, but that new info is a stain on the directors for sure. Don't do unscripted sexy things. Don't do it.
The young hunters have learned the lesson from Thunderstrom.
What's going on?
Sometimes, loss is the price of survival.
What's going on here? Is there something we could, like, what's the word? Let's, wander around this village. I feel like there's probably some sort of...
Must be something big going on. Most of the village is moving towards that smoke.
The smoke from the mountain is worse today. A bad omen for the ritual.
What do you... Oh, hey, look at that. Oh. Huh. What do you think's... What do you think's going on?
Has abandoned us. Our chieftain has led our best to their deaths.
Wait. This all sounds kind of bad, right? But that's kind of the thing. It's not new info. This came up the day of the season 2 premiere, and she cleared it up. It passed. Huh. Well, I'll have to do more research on that one. Find out what's up. There's so much TV to watch, though. Taumata Wakatangi. Oh, I do not speak that language. Oh, and here's an article on her refuting that it was weird. Oh, put that in Discord as well. Give us all the info.
If Aratak means to go back to the mountain, then I will stand with him.
Oh, that's the name of a hill in New Zealand. Oh, wow.
You died on Thunder's drum. Your songs will not be forgotten.
I think we should just find out what's going on here.
Trust Araya, they say. She'll return to us, they say. And yet here we are, waiting.
What's going on? Let's hit that save point and find out. What's happening? What's going on?
Get ready for a rare sight, Nora. Bergrand, purveyor of necessities. Most of the time, the Banuk burn their dead. But not today.
What's gonna happen?
Because the bodies couldn't be recovered.
Aye, a nasty business. All their best warriors.
Ooh.
Lost. So they're getting a different kind of send-off.
What is happening? Oh. I'm still, it looks to me like I'm still up. I see you over there.
Grasp your grief, my hunters, and kill it! For our kin sees the fate all Banuk long for. Falling with their spears striking steel. Their struggle is over now. You have witnessed their spirits rise up into the blue sky and beyond to the blue light. But our struggle is only beginning. Soon, we will again take up the hunt against the daemon that frenzies the machines against us. And so I ask you, can you summon the courage of our fallen kin? Will you fight and die as well as they did?
My courage! My spear!
Our blood is in your teeth, Aratak!
We are Banuk. Our enemies are prey.
The daemon. That frenzies the machines.
Machines that wiped out their best. And what do they want to do? Go back up there. Fools. A little advice, for free.
Aloy.
Aloy. I've been up here for 2 long winters, and I still can't make sense of the Banuk. Take this ruckus. It started with one of their shamans, Aurea, spouting on about spirits and daemons up on Thunder's drum. So they march their Warwick up there, and half of them get slaughtered by machines. When Aurea vanished, I thought the crazy might have gone with her, but no. Here's Big Aratak, gearing them up to do it all over again.
I'm here. Give me a second. Hey everyone, how are you doing? I'm back. I'm seeing good stream health on my end. How is it on your end? How is it going where you're at? It looks refresh. It should be good. And I'm seeing like it looks okay. Smooth stream, everyone. Hey, I don't know what that was. I don't know what was happening. Twitch probably needed to relax a little bit. I don't know what was happening. Pause, unpause, everyone. I'm back. Smooth. I need to reshave my head, though. My head is now all scruffy. I mean, you know, like, look at all that scruffiness on my head. I need to shave. It's terrible. Refresh makes it all better. So, I'm back. Woo! You know, this means when I get finished, I'm gonna have to stitch these two halves together to put them back. But bodies requiring upkeep. Oh, yeah, no, I don't know what that was. I have no idea what happened, why it got all weird, but it did. And, yeah, I know, there was that amazing cutscene and we missed it, and it was all like, boop, boop, burp, burp, burp. And I was like, no. But apparently a bunch of people died. They didn't get their, they didn't have their bodies, so they use this thing to cause the machines to frenzy, which like, wow. It was intense, but now at least we can ask questions and find out what we can. Let's ask about the Banuk in general.
What is it about the Banuk you can't make sense of?
Well, everything's a test to them. A hardship to endure. A challenge to survive.
Seems like they don't have much of a choice in a place like this.
Yeah. A land cold enough to crack teeth, filled with wild animals. You think they'd accept a little reasonably priced
yes.
aid? Don't believe me, I
Sorry,
tried to
Spider.
convince them. But a Banuk with nothing left to prove might just lie down and die.
Yes. Sorry about that. Whoops. You know, I was like, oh yeah. Bah, nukes. Like, we don't want the nukes. They're bad. You're welcome, C-Spider. Thank you for reminding me. I was like, oh yeah. Because I didn't want to go right into the game, coming out of the refresh just in case, you know, trying to get my... Because this is more graphics intensive, so I was like, let's just be safe. But then, you know, oops. But we're back. Let's ask about Silence.
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall, deadly serious, cables in his skin, like a shaman?
I've heard that name once or twice, but always whispered.
It might
like
be.
Like some boogeyman the Banuk want to forget.
Really?
I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression he messed with the Conclave. Or they messed with him.
Conclave?
All the most important shamans gather in Banur from time to time to keep up with the latest mumbo-jumbo. No idea how they all fit into one tent without those crazy headdresses getting locked up on each other. Araya's been to that shindig, but when I asked her what it's like, she just gave me a dirty look. So if you want to know more, you'll have to find her and make her like you, I guess. Good luck.
Yeah, I do like the Tinkly Sense. Tinkly Sense is a mood. Let's find out who these people are. Like, so who's Araya? Tell me about this.
And Araya is the one who spoke about this daemon?
That's right. Told Aratak and the others that it lives up on Thunder's drum. And they believed him.
But you don't.
Look, I don't know what Araya found up there. A shaman's not going to talk to an outlander. The machines in the cut are getting more vicious, that's a fact. It could be because of the daemon, or it could be because they all got indigestion, for all I know. But Araya's not
I'm
around
monitoring.
to explain. She took off, and no one knows why.
Yeah, so it looks like my stream health is currently still back up. I noticed one little dip, but we are, you know, what we got? I noticed a little dip. We seem to be out of it. These little unstable moments. Come on, Twitch. Be cool. Don't be uncool. I do like this NPC as well. Let's find out about Aratak, who's I think the chief, maybe?
Is Aratak a renowned warrior around here?
He's a wearing chieftain. His voice carries a lot of respect. Not that you hear much of it. Man talks about as much as a dead fish. But when he and Aurea came to town with their Warwick, it drew more Banuk to this little burg than I'd ever seen. Know what else I saw, Aloy? My own little trade route, stretching all the way back to the claim. Then,
dear packet
he goes
gods,
and leads them off to their death at the claws of angry machines. So much for my best customers.
Bergrand. What's a Werak?
What are these Wericks about, Bergrand? Some sort of tribe within the tribe?
Not like our clans back home. You don't get born into these things. They hold tryouts. Prove your best at something and you might get a place. Some Wericks come and go. Some last as long as Melon.
All right,
the whole
Kalan.
Banuk territory, Banur, is just a bunch of the biggest, oldest Wericks.
I'm not sure if I'm less confused or more confused.
I have an answer for you, I'm Grimmy.
Well, here's the sure thing. Each Werik has a chieftain and a shaman. They make the decisions. All well and good, except the chieftains are hard-headed, and the shamans have their heads in the clouds.
So I'm Grimmy, yes. Normally I have my 2 streams, Thursday and Saturday, and then I added a Wednesday stream because it was summer, and I was like, oh, it's summer, I can add a Wednesday stream. And then I got asked to be in 2 different games, Ghosts of Saltmarsh on Fridays, it's just a summer stream, so it would end in August, and then the Purloin Code, which was for July only, so Purloin Code is done. Ghosts of Saltmarsh is basically done now as well, except that we're going to have one finale, mainly because there was scheduling problems for everybody over August. And we're going to have a finale, and I don't know what date it's going to be, and we want everyone to be there so that we can have the big wrap-up. That might be in September. So it's unclear when we're going to finish up Ghosts of Saltmarsh, but for summer I'm doing 3 times a week, and that is going to end real soon, though. And once September starts, I'll be back to my 2 times a week on my stream, but the Purloin Code, which is the Fate game on Little Red Dot's channel, is going to start up on in September. So we're going to be doing that as, I think, 8 to 10 sessions, maybe 8. So like a 2 months, so September, October, we'll be doing the Purloin Code. So I'll be back up to 3 times a week for September, October. And I also want to continue doing some one-shots on my stream. I'm hoping to do another Cthulhu Confidential. And when that will happen is a bit of a question. I'd like to do it in September. But if I can do it in September will depend on if I can get a practice session in and then get basically I want to do a practice session which will probably take me 2 weeks, and then after that get the regular session in. So maybe end of September for one more one shot of Cthulhu Confidential, maybe. The Purloin Code, Levi says the Purloin Code is really good. It is really good. I'm really loving it. I'm very excited about it. Rissa says, so many streams. You should consider doing more gamer stories over your next long break. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do more gamer stories next summer because I really enjoyed those gamer stories. I just am very excited about them, and so I plan on doing more gamer stories next summer. That is my goal. And I'm also excited for more Cthulhu Confidential. It's just I just want to I just have to do the scheduling. I want to do one off screen first to sort of test the adventure to see what it's like, so I can better maneuver around it and then run it live. And I think, I mean, I'm my Patreon. I have a Patreon which I use to sort of raise funds to help pay for casts for these shows, with the goal of getting a large enough Patreon that I can run a weekly game with a full cast. But I think I can get the Cthulhu Confidential either end of September, beginning of October. But there should be another Cthulhu Confidential coming up soon, is what I'm hoping. I'm Grimmy says, sounds dope. It has been a good while since I've been around for the stream, so I was wondering. I'm not around much, but I've always liked your stream, so I'm glad to see more going on. Thank you, I'm Grimmy, and I'm glad to have you here. It is much appreciated, and I'm just glad to, I'm really excited to be able to bring in some different content, right? So the Wednesday stream is me reading Atlanta Nights, this terrible novel, and then doing gamer stories where I interview gamers just about their lives and their relationship to gaming, and I really, really enjoyed that so far and had such great conversations. And I aim to do that again next summer. That's something different from an RPG, a video game. And I just want to do more RPGs on my channel. And there is, Atlanta Days, maybe without the Atlanta Nights. Oh, we will see. I mean, it depends on whether we finish it. Like, we might just have to get it in there. The last Cthulhu Confidential character is reading more like spreading. Like, I'm just here to spread brainworms, you know. It's not a Bronx beat cop. It's the last investigator is Langston Wright, who is a veteran of the war, and he's African American. I think sort of like in Washington D.C. Where is he? Cthulhu Confidential. Come here. And it's written by Chris Spivey, who wrote Cthulhu, the Noir Cthulhu one. Which is, where is it? Where's my Cthulhu Noir? Just, you know what I'm talking about. Sure, we'll be reading fanfics. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. It's hard-boiled Washington, D.C. And, right? And it's, he is, where is he? Where's his little, and there's this, they've got Langston Hughes poem in there, which is great. So, he's a private eye. Harlem Unbound. Thank you, Rissa. Harlem Unbound. I was like, where is it? It's not there. There's the E's. Did I put it by the... There's the I's. I think I put it with the rest of the Cthulhu. Yeah, it's right over there. Because, yeah. Story. Little blurb on him. Langston Montgomery Wright is an African-American World War II vet who battled Nazis across Europe until he took shrapnel, saving some GIs. He was honorably discharged and sent home to Washington, D.C., a city that's near bustling. He's a second-class citizen trying to make a place for himself in a world that challenges him at every turn. He uses his smarts, morals, and willingness to do whatever it takes to make rent, solving cases and battling enemies one mythos threat at a time. And here it's interesting. As an African American in the 1940s, Langston has interpersonal abilities, but usually does not start with the upper hand in social situations. As such, he must pay 2 pushes for his first interpersonal challenge of any scenario. How is that? See, that's so interesting. And I like how Spivey thinks about how to sort of incorporate challenges in the game in that way. So that's very, very cool. Dex Raymond. Yeah, so another PI. I'm Grimmy says, that's really cool stuff. Back when I first ran into your stream, you were in the middle of Dragon Age, and now you got more people around too. I'll try to see the streams more often, but I just have bad internets in general, so I can't really view streams since I just ends up lagging. I'm Grimmy. That's such a bummer. But you know, Saint Chamet. But here's a thing for you. We do have the YouTube where I have a record of all of the streams, so you can watch Cthulhu Confidential if you want to. That was me and Jackie Dash, and she's a reporter who's ice cold. Everyone, ice cold. She is cold, and that's just 2 sessions, and you could watch that. It's like a little one shot, but 2 sessions, and you can find us there at least. So you can catch some of the stuff, and you can. Langston turns into flash art. You can also catch us on... Let me just do this, everybody. So you can catch us on... Discord. You can hang out on Discord if you like. Our Discord is awesome. And you can catch me on Twitter and also YouTube. And I also have a Patreon where I'm building up... Do you know who I'm gunning to get for Langston Share? Do you? Oh, good. I'm glad. So yeah, I'm just saying that maybe you all do know who I want for Well, I have not confirmed. It is not confirmed, but AJ is who I want, and I know that he also wants to play some Cthulhu. So I feel like it's. I feel like it'll be about scheduling, right? And Grimmy, you can be as quiet as you like, and it is no one is pressured to speak more than they want to or watch more than they can. I would love AJ to be Langston Wright, and I hope that we can work out scheduling. That is my. But I have to go and do. I mean, so here's what's what, right? Next week, Friday. So not next week, next Friday, I'm going on vacation for like 8 days, 8, 9, 10 days. And so then I'm not going to stream that 1 week. But when I come back, it'll be the end of August and right before the school's year starts. So I've got a lot of stuff that I need to do between now and next Friday. So I've got like 6 days to do a lot of work. So I don't think I'll be able to get any kind of prep done for GMing before then. But once September starts, then syllabi will be done, classes will be started, and I'll be able to go and just, I'll be able to go and do my practice session of Langston Wright's adventure. I think of a friend who will jump in there for me, and then I'll see if I can schedule the AJ, and that'll be really good. And I'm also excited about. I'm continuing work on the French Resistance campaign, and there's still behind-the-scenes conversations going on, which I'm very excited about. And I ran Clockwork Dominion over at Gen Con, and I want to see if I can maybe create a character sheet for Clockwork Dominion on Roll20, and then see if there's a way to figure out how to have that work. I think Clockwork Dominion will be a bit of a challenge in terms of overlay and interface to make sure everything is visible, because all the players have decks of cards, right? Have a hand size, and so the best way to make it so that all the cards will be visible to the audience, but that the GM's cards are not visible to the audience. So like there's like, you know, there's some logistics there, but I'd like to check it out. AJ was in a bunch of stuff on Geekspace TV and Hyper RPG before then. So on Geekspace TV, he was on Spikadelic, he was on Eat, Pray, Kill, and what else was he in? Eat, Pray, Kill, Spikadelic. Oh, he was also in The Good Society, which was he was brilliant in. And Rissa, if you've not watched The Good Society on Geekspace TV, A Manner of Speaking, you should totally watch it. It's a Jane Austen RPG, and it's pretty amazing. I recommend it heavily. And he was in Hyper's first superhero show. Yeah, he was in The Good Society. It was good. Oh, right. Yeah, and he was also in... Yeah, Maybe you said it and I just didn't hear, but what is it that you're talking about? It sounds like D&D. Yes, D&D. It's like D&D, but different systems. All different sort of RPG games. And he was in Death from Above. He's the one that died in Death from Above. Yep. He had a very cool character. Valiant, that's right. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, no, we're talking about like Dungeons & Dragons, and I will be something to watch while you're off. Yeah, Rissa, I recommend go and find A Manner of Speaking, and there are 3 parts. Watch the first one first. It's really amazing.
You've lived out here for 2 winters?
Aye. Back
Amazing.
home, some fur traders told me about this still forsaken heap of tents. Good location. Ripe for change. We were barely scraping by until this place started filling up for Araya. A great prophet is coming, they said. I heard prophet.
Of course you did.
Honest mistake. Not that the Banuk are stingy, they just prefer to keep trade among themselves. We could get through to enough of them. We could really put this place on the map. Or at least on a map.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the Good Society's expansion that talks about how to sort of make your own skins, because when that happens, I'm making a Jersey Shore skin of a Good Society, just like that. Gotcha. Me and my friends have wanted to do that kind of thing before, but when we tried it, we got really confused about all the rules, and eventually we felt overwhelmed and never ended up going through with it. Oh, I'm Grimmy. You know what? If that's where you're at, I would recommend doing a game other than Dungeons and Dragons for your first time. There are a bunch of other games that are slightly easier on the rules, easier to sort of start up as. I would think maybe, what would be a good starter? Something good for people who are just trying it out, but don't want to be super overwhelmed. Maybe something like 1800 Snooki. Yeah, the extra rules are coming out, and I'm really excited to use it. I'm thinking maybe something Powered by the Apocalypse, or maybe something Blades in the Dark. Yeah, I'm thinking Blades in the Dark, like maybe Scum and Villainy, Blades in the Dark, that's pretty good. Or maybe a Powered by the Apocalypse like Dungeon World. So, I'm Grimmy, what I would recommend is maybe a basic fantasy RPG if they want to end up with D&D, at least it's free. Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe something like Blades in the Dark, Scum and Villainy, those are both sort of Blades in the Dark sort of games, because those work well because they've got pretty clear structures of what you're going to be doing with that one. And then maybe Dungeon World, if you want a fantasy, not too complicated. Character creation's pretty easy. Yeah, that would be my recommendation. There are other ones that are easy as well, that are easier as well, but might be, in terms of like coming up with an adventure. Yeah, those are my recommendations, but also, I'm Grimmy, maybe getting into an online game. Oh, Fiasco is good too. But it might not be a bad starting place. Drummer Boy is a good point. Fiasco's a nice start. Oh, you don't think it's that? Really? You don't think so, PH? That's fair. That's fair. You want something light. Something that's like not too... where the rules aren't overwhelming as well. Something like maybe... something where the rules aren't too overwhelming, that you can get through it pretty quickly. I'm looking at my games right now. But okay, so what I think what you want is Dread. Oh. Dread could be good. But I'm also thinking about something where the GM doesn't have to do as much work. Right, like I'm thinking about a game where, because the thing about Blades in the Dark is that it's very clear what the GM has to do. Right, for example, I wouldn't recommend Over the Edge because it's not clear what the GM has to do. With some of the games, it's very clear, like, they have to go on missions to do this X, Y, or Z, right? So Kids on Bikes could be a good one. If you like mecha anime, there's one called Firebrands that's basically mecha anime Mario Party. Microscope, it is very different, although pretty clear and obvious. Like, I think that what you're going to want for new players who... you want something where the rules are not too heavy, but where it's very clear what the goal is, where you're like, oh, we need to solve cases, or we need to, like, something where, so it'll be easier for the GM to make adventures. You don't want anything that's, like, too vague, right? So... Oh, hey, what about something like Misspent Youth? Maybe. That's not too complicated rules-wise. And, like, there are these games that are, like, slightly longer term, but have pretty fixed goals that could work well. You know, do you all know Misspent Youth? This one? Ooh. Misspent Youth? If you, so it's like you're all you're teenage rebels in a dystopian future, right? So like that's yeah. Jared, this is what I'm thinking. Something like Night Witches, where the timeline is already designated but less heavy. So I'm thinking maybe Misspent Youth, because it also has like a sort of a set timeline-ish, right? Like how many scenes you're gonna do. That could be good. Like maybe check out. Oop, that's upside down. Maybe Misspent Youth. It's pretty thin. That might be good. Maybe Misspent Youth. That's like dystopian teenage rebels. Who doesn't like that? That could be really good. You're not a teen anymore, PH. You're not a teen anymore. I think, yeah, but Baron Tor wants to build a world in Microscope and then play an RPG in it, because who doesn't want that? That's amazing. Like, I feel like everybody wants that, because that's awesome.
Me and my daughter. My assistant, Varja.
I'll see you, Crit Witch.
My assistant and my daughter. We seem to get along better as business partners. Ooh. Her mother wanted me to show her a trade. She started tinkering with weapons. Say, when you need a break from this Banuk carry-on, stop in and see her. You're both, how do I put it?
Women?
No. Independent. Look for her at Long Notch, the easternmost Bandit Camp.
All right. Krellin says, who doesn't like dystopian teenage rebels? Dystopian adult parents. That's fair. That's fair. So if I live to 113, would I be a teen again? Yes. Kulan, I think the answer would be yes. Yes. I say yes. When Baron Tor was talking about it initially, I was like, yes, please. I mean, it seems amazing. Ooh, congratulations on getting your masked character accepted. This is a great NPC. I'm Grimmy says, is it true that those games usually take a long while? We all have very busy lives nowadays, with a few of us doing college and some of us working a lot. Can they be put on pause and restarted, or would that be too much? They can absolutely be paused, and also how long they take depends, right? So the Cthulhu Confidential game that I ran only took 2 sessions, so that was only 2 weeks. You can do one-shots, you can run a game that's only 4 weeks if you like, and how you schedule is different. Like I am, like some games, we're only gonna play for just 10 sessions, or 2 sessions, or 4. You can do them very short, or you can do long sort of stories. Misspent Youth, which I recommended, I believe has an end point to it, so it has an end. Also, I would say that also how often you play is up. So Rissa is in chat, and she's my game master for Call of Cthulhu, and we have been playing for years, but we only play once a month. We play the second Sunday of every month. So we only play once a month because we're all very busy, and we make sure we take good notes. So how often, like, you don't have to play weekly if you don't want to. You could play every other week. You could play once a month. If you want to do something sort of long term, but you can also just do shorter stories. Say, let's play for 4 weeks and then be done for a while. Yeah, and you can also take breaks. Fiasco and Firebrand Zone, those are both good games as well, and they're also made to go for one session. So there are a number of games out there that you can play for just one session. And you know what? You should try Fiasco. That's a good one. And people say I've not played Firebrands, but I've heard only good things about it. And yeah, there are a number of games that are just meant to go one session that you can do. And I will say, I'm going to say this. I'm going to give you a piece of thought about college and work and all of that. Back in the day, the 20s, 30s, 40s, all people were also busy and worked all the time, but they would get together with their friends and play bridge once a week, right? They thought it was important to have some social time. And so people made time. And when I was in the Army, we played every week because we would play once a week after work. And I think that it's actually probably good to try to make time to hang out with your friends at least once a month. Twice a month is good. Once a week is great if you can swing it. But at least once a month, trying to hang out with friends is probably a good thing. So having a sort of deciding that you're going to sort of meet up and maybe you're playing cards or maybe you're playing an RPG or whatever you're doing, I think it's not bad. Rissa says, or write a side story if one player needs to drop out for an extended period but wants to come back later. Either for that PC as an explanation of where they've been, or for the group if they don't want to move ahead without a missing player. Totally, yeah. Does interacting with Twitch friends count? Yes. I mean, I'm not going to say no. I think it counts because it's still a way of sort of interacting with people in a way that is not work. So I think that's pretty good. Yeah. I think it's good to interact with people at least once a month, probably a little bit more. But I think interacting with your Twitch friends totally counts because it's about coming together and meeting people, right? I think that's the joy of you come together for a moment to just spend time with each other. Like when I'm with you all, I am not working. I think it's important to just spend time. Think about all the non-game stuff we chat about with Trooper. For example, this is true. And I think there's something really nice about being able to sort of have community in virtual ways as well, so you can have people all over the world meeting. Drummer Boy says, I interact with Twitch peeps on the daily, and in person people usually once a month to hang. Right? And I think that's great. Let's ask about this demon, by the way.
I want to know more about this daemon.
It's crazy talk, Aloy.
Or there's something to it. Something connected to how the machines behave.
Then you need to find Aurea. She was last seen headed for the mountains they call the Ice Rasps. I've heard only the shamans know the trail beyond those frozen peaks. But I do know where you could find her apprentice, Naltuk. He went north of the river, chasing rumors.
Rumors?
Not the good kind. Sudden attacks in the snow. Strange new structures. Some say a new machine, like no one's seen before.
That's so good.
I'm definitely interested. Thanks for the talk, Bergrand.
Don't mention it.
I wonder if Aratak could tell me more about Aurea or Thunder's Drum. Might be worth a shot.
So we have got stuff going on all over this place. There's some drama happening. Levi says, what do you mean, Rissa? Trooper streams like a speedrunner. He ignores chat and plays the game in the title. That's...
We will not bow to Bandit.
That's so true about me. As a person who works at home, that's real good. Meat Space takes a cap. Yeah, right. Like I think it's a fax machine. Yeah, no, it's really interesting, right? Because I just want to see what's happening over here a little bit. Just see what's happening. Yeah, no, I think it's important to have balance in one's life, and balance also involves doing some fun things. That's all. I'm Grimmy says, we try to hang out from time to time. Life is just life, and we're all in our 20s. Some of us have moved from our small town, so seeing each other means a good drive. We're a very close group who are usually very picky about who we call friends, so we tend to meet from time to time just to hang and play games, and that's really great. And I think, I'm Grimmy, you could easily do some one-shots, like Fiasco, Firebrands. There are a number of story games that are sort of just meant to be done in one session and done. And what else? Firebrands, Fiasco, Microscope. Sell Out a Misspent Youth is multiple sessions, but I don't think too many. There are a bunch of one-shots you could do too. Just like, and you can make your own one-shots. Just like have a good sort of moment, right? I find 3 acts is good. Maybe Good Society you could do in one session. Maybe Weave. Weave is pretty short. You could do Weave as well. Weave is pretty rules light. You could do Weave. Weave would be one that would be possible. I've heard For the Queen is also good. Yeah. You might maybe weave. Rissa says, as someone who works in the office only one day a week, it's good to talk to people who talk back and not about work. Oh yeah. Jer says, something to consider if distance is an issue. There are online places that can facilitate games over the internet, like Discord and Roll20. Also a good point. And so sometimes you might be able to meet virtually even and sort of talk to each other. Ice Bunny says, I go dishing with one of my high school friends, and it is not worm bathing. Let's talk to some people.
Hardships are punishments, but they cleanse us of arrogance.
The Banuk really do have great neck muscles because their headdresses are huge.
If you are very still and very observant, you will see the blue light in every sheet of ice. Waste of time. Painted cliff or no painted.
Let's talk to Aratek.
I do not want to hear this talk from you again. Doubt is heavier than a week's snow.
Forgive me, my chieftain. We will be ready for the next attempt.
But this will not be an attempt. It must be done. Do you understand?
My chieftain.
Good.
What's going on?
Outlander. I suppose you wish to speak?
Sure. Yeah. So, let's talk about your Werak.
Did your Werak come from this place?
No, we rallied most of our hunters from across Banur to face the threat of the demon. But I was born here and stayed to fight the Karja when others retreated into the mountains. A few of my old warriors remained with me, those who survived.
Grimmy says, I have written a few of those down so I can tell them about them. We usually play Super Smash Bros. And enjoy it a lot, but lately we've been wanting something different to try out, and we have all wanted to try these kinds of RPGs before. Thanks, guys. I'm glad to see everyone here is still as kind as helpful as when I first ran into Trooper Stream. That's what we aim for. We aim to be helpful because life's too short, right? I think there'd be some, I think maybe try Fiasco first. That could be a good one. It's pretty, yeah. Hey, Abalek, how are you? Welcome in. We are nearing the end of the stream, and we're asking what's up. We're like doing the DLC. We're trying to find out what's going on. Let's talk about Aurea.
Aurea knows about this Damon. Where would I talk to her?
She does a shaman's work. That is not for the eyes and ears of others.
Okay.
Certainly not an Outlander's.
Okay, then. Well, how about this Damon?
This Damon you talked about.
If you are hardy enough, you can venture out and see the signs yourself. It has changed the machines, made them fiercer, stronger.
But what is it?
A matter for the shamans to debate.
Abalek, how are you doing? Let's talk about this expedition.
You're set on going back to the mountain?
I have put my word to it.
Even with the risks being so great?
The risk of what? Death? It would be a worse fate to bow our heads to the challenge. I say too much.
Abalek, me too, actually. That's a good... Yeah, now that you say that, I totally see it. Song's Edge?
There are other Weraks in Song's Edge, too?
Yes. The village has its own life for all Banuk who need trade or shelter. After the war ended, it sprang up from what was once a campsite, quick as the bloom between frosts. Perhaps it will last until the Karja seek war again.
You know, the concept of the Weraks is a little bit tricky because it sounds like it might be a tribe, but it also seems like there might be multiple Weraks in one location, so it's a little unclear. I've never played Minecraft. Farewell.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Good. I prefer deeds to words.
Right.
Tonight,
Oh.
sing our Werak songs.
Okay, then.
Enjoy each other's company.
Well, let's,
Newcomers often remark upon the
guilds maybe.
figures. But it's been
Maybe?
there as long as I've been alive.
Each Werak has a shaman and a
These that
chieftain.
Killed our hunters. How many of them have already poured into the cut?
Some say it's cool.
Oh, so there's a little
Others say
discontent.
memory. It's all too heady for me.
Yeah. being were-axe must be awkward. You need someone else to wield them when you transform.
To count myself among them.
Yeah, that's right. It's weird being a were-axe, isn't it?
One thing you can say about these new machines.
Yep.
About that free advice, Bergrand.
For you, I'll give it twice. But next time, I'll start charging.
Yeah. You do have to prove your skills to join one.
See you around, Bergrand.
Hope so. I like return customers.
Yeah, it's tricky. Like, what is a were-axe? Exactly. Well...
They say bandits have made camp in the cut. We do well to stay vigilant.
I want to ask some questions.
So natural.
Is what I want to do. I mean, at least the were-axe doesn't get the same abuse as the were-sword. That's true. That's true. Let's go up here. Oh, hey, there's a merchant with blue. Oh wow. Okay. Maybe a were-axe is like a clan inside a tribe, like a hunting party. Like maybe it seems sort of like that. Yes, probably. Let's sell this. No, I've got some things that I clearly need to sell, because you all know my life. I am a hoarder and I have too much stuff. But let's just sell all these things. It's not as expendable as a were arrow. Strike Force were-axe. So there's cool things to buy, but I need blue gleam apparently. Okay. There's some very cool. I can buy some of this stuff. So this is like this is not bad. I'm gonna buy it. I don't know if I'm gonna wear it, but I'm gonna buy it. We'll equip later. And what can you sell me? Ammo, not interesting. Treasure boxes. We'll get that free sample box. Special Banuk boxes. Wait, do I have blue gleam? I have one blue gleam. I clearly need more. Look at this. Exciting. Badger bones, goat bones. I don't have the things that I need to buy the things that I want. I need to farm this area is what I'm trying to tell you. I have some things I clearly need to sell, like maybe my entire inventory. That's true. Well, the thing is, it gives me healing, so I feel like I can wear my good armor, and if I'm really super damaged, then I can wander around in the other armor, right? If you shop in video games like I'm gonna get it. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but I'm gonna get it. But I also never want to. Hello, Banuk child.
I'm not old enough to talk to you.
Okay, well then let's not talk to each other.
It was she who led us through the frozen wastes.
Who can I talk to?
We also remember the ravenous tribe who delighted in.
What is this?
Banuk painted the same way for ages. Everywhere Banukai and her were fled, coolly meddled in this tribe.
What's happening?
Far behind. Seeking a way to defeat them, Banukai went into the wastes and let the wind whip her cheeks. And when the cold brought sleep, she dreamt of light. She saw it behind the world, a great calming sheet of ice.
Hey, that's Liam O'Brien.
And she saw something new. Herds
of
machines.
Yes, Krillin, that's totally Liam.
The same blue light. When she woke, she knew which star to follow. She walked for many days and nights until she arrived at a temple built from sparkling ice. At the gates of the temple, she was met by the machines from her dream, who bowed to her as she entered.
I feel like I'm such a pack rat in video games.
The blue light bubbling from a hole in the snowy earth like a spring. You bid me come, she said. My people need aid. Will you provide it? The machines whispered to Banukai. We go where the light goes, for we are its chosen vessels.
There is darkness in your heart. It cannot hold the light for long. Carry it to your people if you must. But the cost will be great. Banukai waded into the pool. The light reared like a nest of snakes and struck Banukai, piercing her skin, filling her up.
Ooh.
Banukai did not scream, though she was in agony. Banukai did not collapse, though her limbs shook. She climbed from the pool and carried the light inside her. She marched toward home and the machines marched behind her. As she walked, the light struggled to push its way out of her, but the machines were there to aid her. She sewed her body shut with their cables.
Oh, wow.
Patched herself with their metal, and kept the light within. When she arrived, the forces of the ravenous tribe had surrounded the camp. Although the light had left her with 1,000 wounds, Banukai charged. And because she held the light, the machines followed.
Wow.
The ravenous tribe killed many, but those in camp rushed to join the battle. They gathered pieces of the fallen machines and from them fashioned weapons. And it was with these that Banukai's people repaid the suffering the ravenous tribe had wrought upon them. When quiet descended, Banukai finally fell. The machines bowed their heads.
I love that they're kids at all. That's great.
The light sheet held within her drifted from her wounds and rose to the sky. And for just a moment, before life left her, Banukai knew the truth of the blue light. And she felt peace. We remember Banukai, the first to crawl from the cave beneath the world, brought the machines to us. When we speak the name of our tribe, we remember her. And we will not forget.
Kulan's not paying attention. What? Huh? Yeah, this is what happens after a post-apocalypse, you know? Hello, storyteller. Hi.
Do not harvest as the other tribes harvest.
Huh.
Show respect for the machines.
Right? Leon's playing on a whole show and they're just running around.
It would be
when the old ones,
you know how they are. What else do we have? But I like that they're little kids. Were there kids in other parts of this game at all? It's a question I actually have. There was such potential for the magic Wuji there. They didn't do a good job matching the story. I love that you said Wuji. Like, cause, yeah. I don't even know where I'm going right now, but I am going towards something. I'm climbing. See how far we can get. Hello. Hello, person just looking at me. How are you? Villagers? No? Okay. Climbing up this way.
Oh! She's so clever.
I actually jumped off things. Hey everybody. I just jumped off things in an awkward way. It's cool. There we go. Don't jump off of the things. Jump up the things. That's true, we were a kid to start. We were.
But I admire your courage.
I'm gonna give her a complex, it's true. It's true. Just jumping, diving, jumping, diving. You know, I feel like there's more to this village that we haven't really uncovered yet, but that's not for us to worry about right now. We will get there. We will we haven't really explored the village. We're now heading out of the village, but it's all right. It's okay. Hey, Antarctica, welcome back. It's 3 p.m., Trooper. Do you know where your lunch is? I will tell you that I do need to get that lunch because I also didn't. It's sort of more like brunch because I didn't actually also eat breakfast. So, yeah, and I'm totally gonna do it. Like it's. I'm just gonna. Here's what I'm looking for. I am looking for. I'm looking for A save point is what I'm looking for. Oh, hi.
Quite a view you've got up here.
It's a useful perspective.
Linner. First, I love my
fleeting we
Linner.
are when the world is so wide. From up here, you can see how the light paints
gonna get
across
food.
the land.
Oh, look at that.
Ever changing. That's a lesson. All our marks will pass.
That outlook sounds a little depressing for a painter.
Haven't met many artists, have you? Song's Edge needs new stories.
Lupper.
I scrubbed its past off this rock to start anew.
Brenner?
A new start needs new colors. Fresh pigments. Like none have seen.
Oh, where do I find pigments?
These pigments you want. Where should I look for them?
Salts gather at the edges of geysers and hot pools. Crystals cling to the rocks and cliffs.
Okay. Banuk paintings, tell me about them.
The Banuk rock paintings are impressive, but,
You want to know what they mean?
They're
That's not the
abstract.
right question, but
They're abstract.
I'll answer anyway. Some are a call to the machines. The sacred shapes you see on metal casings, or on a cauldron door.
do the machines listen to the call?
I don't know. Others, like mine, are a call to the tribe. You could say inspiration or prophecy. And sometimes even men listen, if the painting is loud enough.
Tell me about you.
Have you always been a painter?
I've always painted. But I wasn't a painter until I was driven out of Banur. Up there, the markings are eternal. They paint over the same lines, the same colors, over and over. As a child, I learned from copying them. As I grew, my heart sank at the familiarity. All of us Banuk might as well be trapped in glacier ice. We have the look of life, but never really moving.
She seems interesting. The right question is, says PH, what do they mean to you? And they have motivation. It's like the painting is like a little cat hanging on a bridge, on a branch. It says, hang in there. That's what their paintings are. They're motivational paintings. Levi says, with the way that Trigger hoards stuff in games, going to come back looking like one of those pigment shops in an open air market. Yep. Symbolic, hang in there kitty posters. Yes. So you've got treasure boxes, but I'm going to need pigments in order to get them. And I'm going to need a bunch of stuff, everyone. That's fine.
I'll see what I can find for you.
We'll come back
Seek
later.
out the vibrant ones. A spring of sudden color among snow or rock or metal. That's its own reward. But I'd reward you as well.
Yeah. Banuk paint memes, they're lit. Let's rappel down. Let's not die. And rope burns. I feel like Aloy's palms must be like insane.
Living machines are what's important to the hunt.
Do you think I can jump and not die
Welcome
here?
to the cut, stranger.
No, I'll probably just die. It's cool. Okay, what about this one? This one I won't die, right? Let's... See, I didn't die. This one means you only eat once. Hi, kids. So what I'm gonna do is, because it's time, is I'm going to find the save point. And I'm going to save.
Oh, I'm glad my father isn't around.
Oh.
It would
Where's our... It's...
to see his legacy drown.
Here. We're gonna just save, and then we're gonna go, because I've got to eat Brunner. I'm gonna eat more than once today. Don't yell at me, Krellin. I'll eat more than once. Eat or be yeeted. Okay, so let's come over here. Hey, everybody. How are you doing? So, first off, what an awesome stream. We had so much that we were talking about. It was really good. I sometimes got distracted by the talk and played some video games, but, like, it was lovely. So, I am Trooper SJP, and this is the Academic Foxhole, and these are my socials. So, if you all are hanging out, you missed Pumpkin, right? This is it. So, you can find me here on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays still. So I'll be streaming next Wednesday. We have Gamer Stories, and our guest will be Algernon Bolden, AJ. And he will be here chatting with us. And I'll be reading some more Atlanta Nights, the terrible novel. And then and that's at 6 p.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. I will be doing more Night in the Woods We just got a kidnapping, so the game has just turned. And then I will not be streaming for like a week or so because I'll be on vacation. But you can also find an archive of the shows on YouTube. You can join our Discord. And I will, in theory, be reading Atlantites. That's the theory, at least. It's a masterpiece. And then what else? Oh, and then I've got a Patreon if you want to go and support me. And the Patreon will be supporting the RPG streams that I'm doing. So that's what that's about. And that's where I'm at. I wonder if there are any games AJ loved as a kid that he now looks back on as bad considering he's a game center. I would love to ask that question. So PH, if you're here for the gamer stories, you should ask the question. Like, I think that'll be really, like, so interesting, right? I've got so many questions to ask AJ. You notice I clap like this because I still don't have full mobility in this hand. But, like that hurts. But wait.
Does it seem like we have time to deal with
Look, I got that's easy. But like I'm getting better. I'm still exercising. I'm getting better, but like going to my physical therapist, getting the thing and all of that and working on it. I'm almost there. I'm like not there yet, but I still can't clap like a normal person because it hurts. But I'm almost there. PH, that's actually but that's part of my exercises. I have to exercise 4 times a day where I like do this 25 times, and then I 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 do this 25 times.
When I think of the god.
That's what I do. I gotta do it. I have to do it. Normal people don't. You know, they never really figured it out. They just think that I just got this fluid buildup, right? What? Rissa? You didn't want to end this room without a song. I get it. No, that's fair. Yeah, I'm supposed to go all the way back as far as I can go and do that 25 times. For knees, they'll make you pass out. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things, and I have to do it. I have to do it like this, and then I have to do it like this, and I have to do it like this. I have to do it in all these different positions, and then I have a little weight, a little teeny weight that I have to then do this with. You know how it is. It is all of that business. So yeah, but Rissa gave us some bits which I really appreciate, and these bits mean
I waited by the kill all morning, but my
that I'm going to sing, and I'm going to sing "We're in the Money," as sung by Ginger Rogers in the film Gold Diggers from 1933, which is in Pig Latin. and so. Earway in hey the anime. Earway in hey the anime. Eve way out gale out way up exuted gale on way oh. Earway in hey the anime. Either I skays or ani say. Oh man the idiation pray ooh yare ooh thread you stay on the young rayo. Ewe every eat red lands lay of wed brands lay ooh today. And when we see the end or we'll look left the eye gar in the eye. We're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. I just love that. I love that. That just makes me so happy. That makes me like all the love there, everybody. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go. I want to thank you all for being here. It is much appreciated, and I will see you all next Wednesday, I hope. And otherwise, I'll see you around. So I'm gonna catch you all on the flip side. Take care, everybody. Go eat some food. I'm gonna eat some food. Drink some fluids. Hydrate. Take care of yourselves. Stretch. And I will see you all later. Bye, everybody.